this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
How much you weigh, Wanda?
Right now, I'm about 130.
I'm like 183. We should race.
No, I want to leave here with my original hips.
On the podcast, The Matchup with Aaliyah, I pair prominent female athletes with unexpected guests. On a recent episode, I sat down with undisputed boxing champ Claressa Shields and comedian Wanda Sykes to talk about Wanda's new movie, Undercard, the art of trash talk and what it really means to be ladylike. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Matchup with Aaliyah, and listen now.
Brought to you by Novartis, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network.
On the Adventures of Curiosity Cove podcast, what if the right fit isn't what everyone expects? In the case of the right fit, Ella explores movement, confidence, and belonging, and learns that not all strength looks the same. This Women's History Month story introduces kids to women who change sports by trusting themselves and moving differently. Listen to Adventures of Curiosity Cove every Monday from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the Stino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm going to die.
Listen to the Stino Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Pole Show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand.
Better version of play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, wasn't Taylor Swift who said that for the first time. I thought it was. I got that wrong.
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. Listen to the Nick, Dick, and Pole Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for the Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, or more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com by clicking Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you know what? You never know. It could be yours.
It could be. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, my peace and happiness is next door. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm 51 years old and I've been married 9 years to a miserable man. He owns a bar and he's drinking half of his profits and then he comes home and drinks some more. I can't tolerate the mood swings and the sloppy intimacy with him, so I've been avoiding him for the past few months because I have found something better next door. There's a younger couple that moved next to us, and they started out being very bothersome by always calling me to ask a lot of questions about the neighborhood. As a thank you, they invited me to dinner one night. We sat around and listened to music and had some drinks after we ate. They have a small dog, and he was being frisky and started hunching my leg, so the man next door said he wished he could do that. His wife said she would like to see him try it, but it wasn't in a mean-spirited way, so I was confused. He told me my legs look soft and he asked me if he could rub on them. I looked at his wife and she gave me a thumbs up like it was fine. So he rubbed them and his hand slipped up my thigh. His wife got on the other side of me and said my right leg was feeling left out. Needless to say, that was a good night. From then on, they've been my escape from everything that is troubling me in my marriage. I can have one or both of them whenever I go over for a visit. Since my husband works long hours, they are my peace and happiness. The three of us went to my husband's bar, and my husband said we looked like a happy threesome. I think he might be aware of what we're up to, but he doesn't care. Since he and I haven't had sex lately, do you think he has a side piece too? Well, it's funny you should ask because anything is possible. And he's doing all of that drinking for some reason. Either he's miserable at home and in the marriage, or he feels guilty for cheating and he's trying to cover it up with the drinking. Something's going on. And that's what you're feeling anyway, right? That he had something going on. But here's the thing. You need to stop acting like you don't care because of what you got going on. You care or you wouldn't have written us. And that's the problem. You're talking to us about your marital problems and not him. I mean, is there a time when he's not drunk or drinking so you guys can have a conversation? Do you even know if he wants to still be married to you? Do you guys communicate? Do you still want to be married to him? I mean, he's an alcoholic and you're having threesomes with the neighbors. That's your answer right there. Your 9-year marriage is on life support. It's in major trouble and pretty much over. You and your husband have grown miles apart for whatever reason that you left out of the letter. So what are you and him going to do about it? I mean, you have some choices here. You can move on and divorce, just divorce and move on, or you know, try and fix this. It's not a lot that's fixable in this marriage because of what both of you guys are doing, but you know, I mean, I always believe in hope. You can try, but it looks over to me. It looks over. You guys really need some help. Steve?
The only question in this letter is, do you think he has a side piece? The rest of it is, you don't care. You ain't got no problem. You okay. There's nothing about trying to save the marriage in this letter. And you've stated at the subject, my peace and happiness is next door. And then at the end of the letter, does he have a side piece too? That's the only question here. So let me just address this letter from what all you seem to care about. You 51, been married 9 years to a miserable man. Now you say he got a bar, he drink up half his profit, and then he come home and he drank some more. So your man is an alcoholic that owns a bar. Wow. This is, you can't win. First of all, if you're an alcoholic and you're trying to get on the wagon, you got to stay away from the temptation. He owned the bar. He owned the bar. He around too much of it. He around people that drink all the time. He can smell it. He got no, and secondly, he ain't went to get no help. Now, Shirley says he's drinking for a reason. Maybe he's unhappy in his marriage. Whatever the case, I know up close alcoholics. Alcoholics, once they get hooked on that taste of alcohol, you can create all the reasons you want, but they'll use any reason to drink then. Once it's an addictive thing. If you keep drinking, it's addictive. If you're drinking to get high, it's addictive. If you use drugs to get high, it's addictive. He's addicted to alcohol. He's an alcoholic. Now he got mood swings and sloppy intimacy, so you'd have been avoiding him the past few months. And because you done found something better next door. This young couple that moved in, used to call you and ask you all these questions, bothering you all the time. And finally, as a thank you, they invite you to dinner one night. Y'all sitting up listening to music, have some drinks. They got a little dog came over there, started humping your leg. Then the man next door said he wished he could do that. Then his wife said, I sure want to see you try it. But it wasn't in a mean-spirited way, so I was confused. Then he said, your legs look soft. He asked me if I could rub them. I looked at his wife. She gave a thumbs up. She rubbed him. She got on the other side and said, the other thigh look, his hand slid up your leg and touched your thigh. She said the other one looked lonely too. And now after that, it's on and cracking. When I come back, the rest of it.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up.
I'm talking to a woman who's listening with somebody's hand on her thigh.
23 minutes after the hours when we'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm John Green. You may know me as the author of The Fault in Our Stars, and now, I guess, also as the co-host of The Away End, a brand new world soccer podcast.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, a writer and journalist, and John and I have known each other since we were kids. My first World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years old. I watched every game, and I fell in love. On our new podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup.
For us, soccer,
football,
is a story we've shared for over 30 years, since Daniel was the star player on our high school soccer team.
Very debatable.
And I was their most loyal and sometimes only fan. I love this game. I love its history, its hope, its heartbreak, and above all, its beauty.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcon and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the new me and it's the old them. Everybody's on their journey and your journey is different to theirs.
This Women's History Month, the podcast, If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes, spotlights women who turn missteps into momentum and lessons into power.
I think coming out of where I came from, I'm from the Bronx. I think I grew up really poor. I didn't know that then because I very much used my creativity to romanticize life. And I'm like, my mom did a really good job of like, you step back and you're like, whoa, I don't know how we made it. So a lot of my life was like built out of like survival to get to the next place. Like my drive, my like tunnel vision of like, I gotta be better, I gotta achieve this was off the strengths of like, I wanna make a better life for us.
If You Knew Better brings real talk from women who've lived it, unpacking career pivots, relationship lessons, and the mindset shifts that changed everything. Listen to If You Knew Better with Amber Grimes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Strayed, author of Wild and Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm excited to share that I have a new podcast called Mind Over Mountain. In each episode, I interview athletes, adventurers, and adrenaline seekers to discuss the inner landscapes and life experiences that informed and inspired their extraordinary feats. I also bring a bit of advice into the mix so we too can better understand how to face our own seemingly insurmountable challenges.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out what you already have inside. We come into this world fighting for our lives. All I'm going to do is pull out what you already got inside.
We're there to support and celebrate each other. And that's not like a your story versus my story.
You're going to walk up and over that dang mountain. You're not just going to put your mind over it.
Yep, exactly. And if I can't walk up and over it, I'm going to go through it.
Listen to Mind Over Mountain every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? I'm Miles Turner.
And I'm Brianna Stewart.
And our podcast, Game Recognized Game, has never been done before.
Two active players giving you a real look at our lives and what we actually think on and off the court.
Nothing's off limits. We talk trade requests.
What's the vibe of that when it's like your star player is like, well, I want to leave, and then actually now I'm going to stay? We talk tanking. I mean, honestly, like, I might get in trouble for this answer, but I think it's like definitely happening in the WNBA.
And yeah, we talk about our mistakes too. They pulled me to the side and was like, hey man, we got a call last night, man. You can't be rolling around the city like this the night before games, doing this, doing whatever.
And of course, family stories. And I'll be like, Mommy, why did you miss that? Mommy, do you play basketball? Check out Game Recognized Game with Stewie and Miles on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Steve, come on, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is, my peace and happiness is next door.
Got this woman that's been married for 9 years. She 51. Means she got married at 42. She's married to what she says is a miserable man. He drinks all the time. He owns a bar. He drinks at the bar. He's drinking up all his profits. Then he come home and he drinks some more. Your man is an alcoholic. Then she tired of the mood swings and the sloppy intimacy. He all over the place. So now you sick of it and got on your nerves with it. A young couple moves in next door, calling you all the time, asking you different stuff about the neighborhood, kind of bothersome. So they, as a thank you for answering all their questions, invite you to dinner one night. 51-year-old lady go over to have dinner. She's sitting up there. After dinner, they listen to music and drinking. The dog, their little dog, who is probably trained to do this, goes over and starts humping on her leg. The dog is the opening act. They have got this dog involved. They done trained this dog to hump legs. He get a treat. Now, because the dog is in on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He is the conversation starter. Now, the dog over there, little dog humping your leg, and the husband on cue goes, I sure wish I could do that. And then the wife says, I want to see you try it. But it wasn't in a mean-spirited way. So he asked, could he rub my leg because they look soft. The wife gave him the thumbs up. He rubbing my leg. His hand go up my thigh. She jump on the other side and said, well, the other one feel lonely. She started rubbing your thigh too.
Wow. What a night.
I looked at his wife. She gave the thumbs up. His wife got on the other side, said your right leg was feeling left out. Needless to say. I love when these letters just go needless to say. Needless to say what?
It just happened.
Needless to say, that was a good night. From then on, they've been my escape from everything that is troubling me in my marriage. I can have one or both of them whenever I go over for a visit.
Ooh.
And since my husband worked long hours, they are my peace and happiness. Okay, now right here. So far, we don't have a problem. The only problem you was having was your husband was drinking and sloppy intimacy. You done fixed that because you done found this young couple next door that don't do sloppy intimacy. Matter of fact, they do full-blown active intimacy. 1, 2, 3, what you want, what you need. Come on over to the house. Flip it. Come on, my turn, your turn. Tag, I'm in, I'm out. You in there busy, but you involved the whole time. So now you ain't had this much action. You doing her, him, both of them doing you, him doing her, you. All you doing is got time to go downstairs and get some water. So, since your husband worked long hours, they are your peace and happiness. See, you fixed your problem. The three of us went to my husband's bar. Oh, well, okay. Your husband said we look like a happy threesome. Now, guilt done set in on you, so you say, I think he might be aware of what we up to, but he don't care. Since he and I haven't had sex, lady, here's the only question. Do you think he has a side piece, too? Lady, what difference do it make? Yeah. You don't want him. You avoiding him. Your question in all this is, does he have a side piece, too? What did you write us for? We don't know. And we really don't care.
Anything.
You don't care about your husband. You need to try to get him some help with that drinking, but you ain't tried to do that. So your help is next door. So now you done found some peace and happiness next door and the type of intimacy you want, and you can go over there anytime you want to for a visit. You can have one, both of them, all of them. So you just over there getting it however you want. So now where we at? So now you done wrote us. For what? Because I don't care. I don't care about your marriage because you don't care about your marriage.
At all.
Your peace and happiness is next door. You said it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Ho, where? Thank you, sir.
And the
over,
dog, too.
here I come. And then the dog involved in the whole thing. It just don't make no sense. So now you done set up in here, you got pulled into a threesome by a puppy. You easy. If all it took was a dog. It's men everywhere now considering buying small dogs, teaching them how to hump for treats.
Teaching them how to what, Steve?
Hump for treats. Wish I'd have knew this here, all the dinners and stuff I've been buying my whole
money
life.
You've spent.
Loan and helping putting kids through school, all this here.
All the concern you've been showing up.
Making car notes and rent payments and
you just need
gold, platinum programs, bronze program. All I had to do was buy a small dog. Wow. I don't know how you teach a dog how to hump, but hell, they'll do anything for a treat. Roll over, now hump.
All right, listen. Hit us up on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM to comment on today's Strawberry Letter. You can always check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand.
This is Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
If you're not a certified prankster and this is not what you do for a living, you should not be jumping into this. No,
stay in
you're out of line.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in your lane.
Certified.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What, Steve?
The certification is what I'm
certified. Let that
You can actually go somewhere and get certified.
Them out.
Prank school.
Like, yeah, doctor certified.
They have a graduation time.
Hey, there's more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
How much you weigh, Wanda?
Right now, I'm about 130.
I'm like 183. We should race.
No, I want to leave here with my original hips.
On the podcast, A Matchup with Aaliyah, I pair prominent female athletes with unexpected guests. On a recent episode, I sat down with undisputed boxing champ Clarissa Shields and comedian Wanda Sykes to talk about Wanda's new movie, Undercard, the art of trash talk and what it really means to be ladylike. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Matchup with Aaliyah, and listen now.
Brought to you by Novartis, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network.
On the Adventures of Curiosity Cove podcast, what if the right fit isn't what everyone expects? In the case of the right fit, Ella explores movement, confidence, and belonging, and learns that not all strength looks the same. This Women's History Month story introduces kids to women who change sports by trusting themselves and moving differently. Listen to Adventures of Curiosity Cove every Monday from the Black Effect Podcast Network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the Stino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm gonna die.
Listen to the Stino Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Bob Pittman, Chairman and CEO of iHeartMedia, and I'm kicking off a brand new season of my podcast, Math and Magic, Stories from the Frontiers of Marketing. Math and Magic takes you behind the scenes of the biggest businesses and industries while sharing insights from the smartest minds in marketing. Coming up this season on Math and Magic, CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario.
People think that creative ideas are like these light bulb moments that happen when you're in the shower, where it's really like a stone sculpture. You're constantly just chipping away and refining.
Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick and our own Chief Business Officer Lisa Coffey. Listen to Math and Magic on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast.